The eagle soared higher. Its wings barely moved as the great bird caught a rising current of warm air. It seemed to hang in peace, in space, over 1.5 kilometers above the valley. It could easily climb to 3 kilometers and fly as fast as 50 kilometers an hour. But this morning the bird was content to spread its tail feathers and let the strong updraft carry it. 7,000 feathers trapped the layers of rising warm air, protecting the bird from the early morning chill. Later, when the sun rose higher, they would shield it from the blazing heat. The eagle had very distinct coloring. Its back and breast were blackish brown, but its head, neck, and tail were white. Its feet and bill were yellow, thus it could easily identify as an American bald eagle. With its wings spread to their full span of 2 meters, the bald eagle made a fearsome sight as it patrolled its home territory of 40 square kilometers. But while nature had designed it to rule the skies, it was vulnerable. Once America could boast 500,000 of the mighty birds, and then the settlers arrived. Fishermen have killed 100,000 bald eagles in Alaska alone, and now there are just 70,000 left protected by law. Not all bald eagles have met their death by fatal gunshot wounds. Electrocution awaits many thousands when they land on power poles, their large wings bridging two wires and bringing about fatal burns of heart failure, feasting on wounded deers or ducks shot by hunters have proved deadly too. Eagles die from lead poisoning caused by the bullets lodging in the carcasses of their prey. In the same way, poisoned meat used to bait wolves and coyotes make carrion a source of death, not food. Now the eagle was swooping. Its eyes, almost as large as humans, were 4 times sharper. Even flying at 300 meters over open country, he could spot prey over an area of 8 square kilometers. Suddenly, as the eagle swept down over the river, it could identify fish swimming in the water from 100 meters above. An amazing feat because most fish are darker on top and are difficult to see just beneath the surface of the water. The eagle watched the juicy salmon moving in the stream below, and this would prove its fatal error. It had failed to detect a hunter concealed by a tree on the banks of the stream, a man whose rifle was already sighted on the approaching bird. As the eagle descended, its instincts took control. Its talons opened, ready to lift the unlucky fish from the water. While its talons pinned its prey to the ground, the hook at the tip of his beak would tear the flesh of the salmon to pieces. It could eat half a kilogram of fish in about 4 minutes. Its beak was a formidable weapon when used for attack, yet it was delicate enough to groom its mate's feathers, or feed a small portion of food to a newly hatched chick. The eagle steamed lower, but that morning it was the eagle's luck that would run out and the salmon would swim free. When the bullet struck, the eagle shuddered. Like a wounded aircraft, it fell to earth dead, its plumage fluttering in the gentle breeze as the hunter stalked towards it. Alvin Sow knew he was being followed. The mysterious figure behind him darted from one doorway to the next. It was a man with oddly stooped shoulders, who seemed to walk with a limp. Alvin was curious. So Crow was not working on a chase, so why would anyone tell him? He quickened his pace along the street towards his mother's shop. It was a school holiday, so he had plenty of time to find out who was following him. When he reached a laneway, he ducked around the corner and waited. Moments later, he heard the scrape of a boot on the pavement, and a man drew level. Alvin pounced. He gripped the man's arm and stared in disbelief at the haggard face that was flushed with terror. "Who are you?" Alvin demanded. "Why are you following me?" When the old man spoke, his voice trembled. "Alvin saw," he gasped. "I need your help. Someone has stolen the idol."